rise for the Star Spangled Banner and the Hawaii Pono'i. Hilo High School gym for our varsity boys volleyball match. We'd like to start the starting lineup for the visiting Dragons. Number 2, Kaisen Falk. Sorry. Number 3, Brandon Ragasa. Number 7, Isaac Aguilera. Number 8, Gene Atsagay. Thank you. Number 12, Chance Page, and 13, Shelton Carvalho. And for the starting lineup for our Vikings, number 1, Gaston Iowane. Number 2, Gaisen Ogata. Number 5, Kaukahi Alameda. Number 10, Sai Alicubin. Number 11, Lono Vincent. And number 12, Kawaha Wilson. Good luck, gentlemen. Fernandez on the top and Moses on the bottom. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Hilo High School Gymnasium for the varsity game between the visiting team, the Honokaa Dragons, and the home team, the Hilo High School Vikings. Let's see who serves first. Here commentating tonight's game live is myself, Tachinton Kononi, and I am here with
Hayden Howison. How you doing, y'all?
We'll be your announcers for tonight's game. So if you have anything you want to say, anything you guys want to ask us about the game or say about the game, comment down below on the Hilo High School Live. And We'll try to get to you. That was a first serve from Hilo by Hilo's number 10, Sai Alacuban. Upset, outside hit, down middle, saved by Honokaa.
Beautiful save by Honokaa, and it is tipped over from number 2, Kason Falk.
Unfortunately, that tip went a little too far and went out of bounds. That was a point for Hilo. That was a nice serve in the net to Honokaa's backcourt. Was tipped over the net by Honokaa's number 2. But that unfortunately resulted in Hilo's point. Starting for Hilo High School, number 10, still Sai Alacuban. Set by Honokaa's number 3, over the net by Honokaa number 13. Unfortunately, that went out of bounds.
Let's go. Keep it up.
That last play resulted in a Hilo point once again. Oh, sorry, correction, Honokaa's point.
Up to serve is number 2, Kason Falk. It was a beautiful hit, but not too much height, and it resulted in hitting the net. And that would be a point for Hilo.
The line for Hilo serving is number 8, Okele Mortensen.
It is set up from number 3, and attempt by number 8 to spike it over, but it was a beautiful block from Hilo.
That serve by number 8 was put beautifully in the short court of Honokaa. Honokaa's number 8 tried to save it.
Tipped from number 3, rolled off his fingers, and that resulted in it going out of bounds.
Back out to serve is Hilo's number 8, put in the middle court of Honokaa.
It is set up from number 3 from Honokaa and spiked over from number 7, hitting the fingers of the blockers of Hilo and hitting the center court of Hilo's territory. Point Honokaa.
That was a beautiful hit.
That was a beautiful hit.
Hilo went up and unfortunately it was a little too far over.
That was a beautiful serve from number 7 on Honokaa.
Hit, set, and over the net by Hilo.
Beautiful tip from number 8 on Honokaa.
Ball is up, tipped over by Hilo's number 12.
Tipped over from Honokaa's number 12.
Oh, that's a beautiful attempt at a block. Ball was hit over the net and is back in Honokaa's court. Upset by number 10. Outside by Lona Vincent, number 11. Beautiful spike. Was just a little bit left of Honokaa's number 2.
Yep. One thing that I'm noticing is that we're sort of having that trouble with Honokaa leaving that center wide open.
Yes, with that, they're having a hard time recovering to that middle. Hilo's really capitalizing on that strong hits down from the outside into the middle court.
Yeah, totally.
Serving for Hilo, number 15. It was a hit over the net.
Beautiful save from number 7, and it is smacked over from number 2.
And that was a shot over by Hilo's number 5, Kaukahi Alameda.
Set up from number 3 and tipped over by number 8. Unfortunately, that was enough power to get it over the net. And that will result in a point for Hilo High School.
After the line, serving again for Hilo High School, number 15, Moku Maikui. Beautiful set into Honokaa's middle court.
Beautiful spike from number 8, blocked from Hilo. Wow, that was a beautiful spike for Hilo's side.
Honokaa unfortunately hit that just a little bit too far from the net, setting up perfectly for Hilo's number 5, Kaukahi Alameda. That's a line to serve again for Hilo number 5, Moku Maikui.
Beautiful spike for number 12 on Honokaa.
Went off the hands of Hilo and unfortunately went left side. That was a beautiful play by Honokaa, resulting in a point for them. That was a beautiful serve over the net into Hilo territory. And a nice volley over by number 11.
Set up from number 3 to number 8. Beautiful spike. Going off the fingers of Hilo, and that will result in a Honokaa point.
That outside hitter for Honokaa, his arm is really strong.
He has a lot of height also.
That was number 8, right?
Yes, sir, it was.
Both times as well, right?
Yes, sir, it was.
That was beautiful. Outside to number 5, Papaya Alameda. Down court, number 7 for Honokaa.
Number 7 is Isaac Aguiar.
Unfortunately, he was a little too short on that save, and the ball landed right in front of him. To the line to serve for Hilo, that was number 11.
Set up for number 3, tipped over from number 12 in Hilo territory.
Beautiful setup for Kaukai. Kaukai goes over the net.
Set up once more for number 3, and it is tipped over for number 12.
Oh, downside. Oh, that was beautiful.
Spike for number 8.
Number 8 is on fire tonight. He's just hitting all the gaps on Hilo's side. That last play resulted in Honokaa's point, up the line to serve.
Beautiful serve from number 8.
Beautiful save by Hilo's number 11 over the net to Honokaa's side.
Set up to number 3, tipped over from number 2 in the Hilo territory.
Set up by number 10 and put down. Oh, it was brought back over.
Number 12 on Honokaa.
Wow.
It's being set up for number 13 and number 2.
Number 2 goes over. Number
spike.
15 saves it. Number 5 puts it over. And that was a beautiful save in the backcourt by Honokaa.
Unfortunately, there was too many hits for number 12, and he could not hit it out.
That last volley was very good. They did very well on both sides. The team chemistry on these two teams together, playing together, is very well. Some of the players on both teams also play other sports together, so I think that's where they draw that chemistry, right?
Also, yeah.
Up to the line to serve is Hilo's number 5, Kaukai Alameda. Beautifully put in the midcourt.
Received from number 12, and it is tipped over from number 2 on Honokaa.
That was a nice hit from Honokaa. Oh, over number 1. Hilo's Kashin Ioane.
Beautiful, beautiful. Once again, number 7 on Honokaa was a little bit too far back in that play.
That was beautifully put over. Put up by number 13 and over by Honokaa's number 3. Beautiful save by Hilo number 15. Up by number 5 and over the net by Lono Vincent number 11.
Set up from number 3 to number 2. Spiked over.
Oh, beautiful hit by number 2 and a save from number 5 and a nice tip by Hilo's number 5.
Beautiful save from number 2.
Number 2 also puts it over the net. Up by number 5. Set to cash in on the outside for the beautiful hit. And that was inbounds. That was another beautiful kill by Kashin Ioane Sadlon, resulting in a Hilo point. I believe that's his second kill of this quarter, of this game, right?
That was a second beautiful spike in this game. Once again, he's very well in that back left corner of that court.
Definitely.
And he just has so much power and momentum on the ball that he just smacks down right in the center of Honokaa.
Definitely. Him and number 8 for Honokaa, which is Jini Ansage. Them two is going to be a crucial part of this game with their outside hitting skills.
Up to serve is number 12, Chance Page. The beautiful serve in the Hilo territory.
Up by number 11 and over the net by number 9.
A little bit too much power, and that will result in a point for Honokaa.
That was a beautiful serve by Honokaa. Put up by Hilo number 50. Oh, outside to number 1.
Beautiful block by number 7. Unfortunately, it rolled off his fingertips and went to the right side, and that will result in a point for Hilo.
Cashin is just getting them on that outside hits. Him for Hilo and for Honokaa. Honokaa's number 8. Them two is big hitters for that outside. Over by number 2 into Honokaa.
Set up for number 3 to number 7. Beautiful spike with it. More perfect setup for Hilo with that beautiful block, and that made that ball ricochet into the center of the court field inside of Honokaa's bound. And that will result in a point for Hilo High School.
That hit on that outside, that kid has so much power for number 7 for Honokaa.
Steps from number 3 to number 2, and he tips it over.
Oh, Lona Vincent is down. Up at number 12, they tried to get it over the net. Number 10, Saya the Cuban for Hilo, tried to get that ball over the net. Unfortunately, it fell back on their side.
Also, they had too many hits, and that will result for a point for Honokaa.
A beautiful serve by Honokaa, putting it to Hilo's midcourt. Oh, nice tip over the net for Hilo.
Beautiful spike from number 2.
Oh, that was a beautiful spike right to number 5, Kokahi Alameda, and he could not convert that play. That was a beautiful positioning by Honokaa.
Beautiful spike from number 3 in Honokaa. Unfortunately, he had a little bit too much power, and that went out of bounds.
That will be resulting with a Hilo point. The score is now Hilo 16, Honokaa 10.
Set up to number 3. Spiked over for number 2. Once again, a little bit too much power on Honokaa's behalf, and that will result for a point for Hilo High School.
Yeah, this team, they hit very hard. And their sets are very good as well. It's just, it's going a little bit too far in this game.
Beautiful smack from number 13. Slightly clipping the net. Could not be saved from Hilo High School. That will result for a point for Honokaa.
On Hilo side, up on number 12 tried to block that with a little bit of miscommunication, went off his hands. We have a comment on our Facebook Live from our principal, Mr. Robert Dirks. He said, Hilo Noka Oi. Thank you, Mr. Dirks, for tuning in, and thank you all that is watching this live stream at the moment. That last play resulted in Hilo's point. That was served over the net.
Set up for number 3, and a beautiful smack from number 8.
Oh, that was caught on the line. He put that right on the edge. That could have been on the verge of out, but he got it in somehow. Beautiful. Substitution from Honokaa. Out goes number 12, and in comes number 10.
Number 10, Elijah Aguiar. Oh wait, pardon me, that is Kamuela Spencer Herring, 12th grader for Honokaa High School.
Wanted to attempt on a jump serve for Honokaa, but unfortunately went out of bounds. Out of the game for Hilo is number 12, and into the game, number 15, Boku Maikui.
Let us lead from number 2 on Honokaa's side. It is set up from number 3, tipped over from number 10 into Hilo territory.
Oh, that was a little bit of miscommunication on Hilo's side, but they got helped on Honokaa's side, where they unfortunately as well had a mistake and hit it into the net, resulting in a Hilo point. Up to the line serving for Hilo will be number 15, Boku Maikui.
This set up from number 3 to number 8. Beautiful spike. Once again, Hilo High School tried blocking the ball, but it just ran off their fingers right down to the net. And that will result for a point for Honokaa High School.
Honokaa's team is doing really good at getting that ball down in between the blockers and the net to get that ball to go down.
Yeah, another thing that I noticed that number 8 is very consistent with his spikes and where he places it. He places it at the exact same spot where he can see the weak points of Hilo High School.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And that same goes for Hilo High School's number 1 and his spikes and how he got so much kills. Oh, that was put over by number 11.
Beautiful
saved up
block
by number 11 from that block from Honokaa. Over the line for number 5. Ooh, unfortunately that resulted. That was a beautiful volley, and unfortunately Honokaa could not convert, which will result in a Hilo point. Up to the line to serve for Hilo is number 11, Lono Vincent. Nice setup by number 3 and put over the net by Honokaa's number 10. Back to number 11, set up by number 10, outside hit by Kokahi Alameda, down, and that's a point for Hilo.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful play.
That was beautiful execution on the Hilo side. Honokaa was a little lackadaisical on that side, and the ball just got a little in front of them. I think that was a little misread on number 2's part, but I think they're doing really well. Oh, that was a perfect up by number 2. Oh, that unfortunately went over the net. Up by number 10, down by number 9. Was put over by number 10 for Honokaa back in Hilo territory. Set up by number 11 and over the net by number 10.
That is received from number 2 on Honokaa High School, set up from number 3, and a beautiful spike once again from 8. But Hilo had more control of the ball that time.
The ball was over on Hilo's side and is back over on Honokaa's side.
Set up for number 3, and it is tipped over for number 13.
Set up by number 10 to the outside Kokahi Alameda, who sets it down. And it was hit by number 2. And unfortunately, the hit was set back. They tried to save it and did a very good job hustling to that ball. But unfortunately, that effort was not enough to get the ball over the net, resulting in a Hilo point.
Yes, sir.
That was a serve for Hilo placing the midcourt. A little miss hit from number 7. Save up by number 13. Over by number 2. Up by number 10. Down by number 9. And that's another point for Hilo.
Hilo is being very, very consistent with their hits, especially for Kaukahi and Waianuenue. They are very, very persistent. They, like I said in the past, and they did the same thing for JV, they are focusing their hits in the center of that court, and they're getting it 90% of the time.
Definitely. Kashtin, Kaukahi, and Caden, they've been doing great. They did great in that last set. In that last set, Hilo won 25 to Honokaa 14. We'll be starting the second set in 3 minutes. Back in that set, they were doing very well. Honokaa's team, they were placing the ball well. A little bit of missed hits, a little bit of miscommunication at some parts, but overall they did great. They're putting the ball where they needed to be, right?
They're having great communication, and also I've seen that, once again, their spiking and their jumps are very consistent, and they're placing at the same spot.
Definitely.
Same side for Hilo, but their sets and their serves for Honokaa are being pushed farther back than Hilo High.
Yes.
So Hilo High is having more trouble returning the ball than Honokaa is.
Yes. And what I've noticed for Hilo side on the versatility of their hitters, on Honokaa side, they had pretty much one hitter most games, number 8. And then on Hilo side, they mixed it up. They had hits from the middle, hits from the outside. That one kill from Waianuenue on the middle. He hit that perfectly into middle court. From outside, that couple kills from Waianuenue Salon. And from Kaukahi Alameda. This team is looking very good. It should be a great season from both teams. They're both strong hitters from the middle and the outside. And also their backcourt is very well as well. The communication on both teams, would you say they're pretty good, right?
Their communication is excellent. Compared to the JV team, the varsity is excelling way better than the past season that I've seen. Coaches have put more dedication into communication than plays, and obviously it's showing up very well.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing between varsity and JV. As you get up the ranks, right, you start learning that more communication aspect. You start learning that more team play aspect, right?
Yes.
And you're able to just collaborate better with each other. And these players, I know for both teams, they're both friends. I've played against some of these players in basketball for all 4 years.
Yes.
Football as well, right?
Yes.
And
Definitely.
same for Hilo side. They've played together in baseball, basketball, and other sports as well. So the both teams, they have a very good chemistry with each other.
Very good chemistry, but we're also competitive to a certain extent. We don't want to be too competitive to where we have to defend ourselves, but this is a friendly sport, and we want to keep it that way.
Definitely, definitely. So both teams are doing very well on both sides. The game will be starting in a minute. And yeah, we'll see what happens in this second period. In this second period, Honokaa will start off with the serve.
Up to serve is number 3, Brandon Ragasa, with a beautiful serve.
On a nice hit by Cashin over the net. Back to Honokaa.
Beautiful spike from number 2 on Honokaa, and that is Jason Falk, the junior in Honokaa.
That was beautiful. That was a very beautiful play. Hilo's backcourt was sucked to the right side, so he just placed it perfectly on that right side of the court for us, and they tried to save it but could not get there in time. Hilo up number 10, down by number 12. Beautiful
block from number 7 and 2, and that is Isaac Aguiar and Kason Falk.
Their front court is doing very good this period, blocking balls, and their servers are getting it nicely placed. Oh, that was a false tip off number 5, Kaukahi Alameda. Beautiful hustle by number 2, Geisen Ogata, trying to save that, but that was not enough. That would result in a point for Honokaa. Hayden, this Honokaa team is stepping it up this period.
They're definitely stepping up. I see a better mindset for Honokaa than the last game. These guys are dedicated to win. Like I said, both JV and varsity are competitive, but as I've seen in different sports, varsity is way more competitive and have more drive than JV does.
Definitely, definitely. On that last play, it was set up to Hilo's number 12 on the outside, Kahoa Wilson. He placed that ball perfectly in between of Honokaa's blockers and the net and got the ball to go down to the floor, resulting in a Hilo point. That serve was placed beautifully by number 10, Saya the Cuban.
That is set up by number 3 and spiked by number 13. Oh, that was Kaisen Ogata rolling off his fingers, and that will result in a point for Honokaa High School.
That was beautiful. This team is putting it high. They're spiking the ball over the net. Honokaa is spiking the ball over the net pretty high, but still getting that ball in play. So It's a different from what we saw in the first period. Up by number 10, over the net by number 7. Beautiful tip over.
That was a beautiful attempt from number 3, Brandon Regassa, to save that ball. Great hustle.
That play was made by Hilo's number 7, Tyler Wana. Up to the line to serve for Hilo is number 8, Okele Mortensen.
That's a beautiful serve into Honokaa territory, pardon me. That is set up for number 3 and spiked by number 8, but that was a beautiful block from number 7 of Hilo High School. And that will result in a point for Hilo.
Both teams right now in their front court are stepping it up big time. They're getting blocks, they're getting hits on the outside. That back court for Hilo, their communication needs to get a little better in this period, but I think overall they're getting back into it from that little break they had. They're going back into it. That set up to number 5, Waianuenue, who spikes it down, and it was inbounds.
Beautiful, beautiful spike.
Oh, Honokaa team on that side thought that ball was out, but the linesman said it was inbounds. Honokaa's lineman said that was inbounds. That was a beautiful play, and that resulted in a point Hilo. Hilo came back quicker now, right?
Hilo definitely came back quick. Like I said, they're stepping up the pace also, but they have the mindset. Now, another thing with the front lines is that they are consistently getting that beautiful vertical and blocking the ball, and we'll see more of that going into this set.
Definitely. That last play resulted in a Honokaa point. The score is now 5-4. Honokaa leading by 1 point.
Up to serve is number 7, Isaac Aguiar, with a beautiful serve.
That's saved by number 2, up to number 10, up to number 5, Waianuenue. Point will be for Hilo due to the ball running off the fingers of Honokaa's number 13.
Shelton Carvalho. Now Shelton Carvalho had a beautiful vertical there on that block. It's just his hand placement wasn't that well. He was more spread than together, but his colleague on his left was also doing the same thing, so we just got to keep a tighter block on that. And that was a beautiful tip from number 3, Brandon Regassa.
That ball, when they saved it from number 2 in that backcourt for Honokaa, was pushed a little bit too far. Number 3 tried to save it back, but unfortunately it went out of bounds.
And that is received from number 2, set up to number 3 of Honokaa, and then beautiful spike by number 13. And that will result in a point for Honokaa High School.
That ball went over the net into the hands of number 10 for Hilo, Silas Cuban, but unfortunately his hands were a little too low on that bump, and that ball went straight to the ground.
Up to serve was number 13, Shelton Carvalho.
Oh, that was a very nice hit. That was a hard hit from Hilo's number 9, Kaden Iowane. Off the hands of the blockers from Honokaa, that ball bounced straight up and resulted in a Hilo point. Up to serve for Hilo is number 11, Lono Vincent.
That was a beautiful save by number 13 of Honokaa. Or actually, pardon me, number 3. There was a little bit of miscommunication on that last play of who wanted the ball, but there was amazing hustle. You just got to keep the communication to a very, very active play, and not to get too discombobulated. But that is set up from number 3, and it is spiked by number 8.
Oh, saved by Hilo's number 11, Lono Vincent, over the net.
Set up from number 13 and tipped over from number 12.
Beautifully outside says Waianuenue. Kokai gets it down. Hits the hands of the blockers for Honokaa.
Once again, like I was saying, the front line is doing very good. You just gotta work on the hand placement. Like number 12, and that is Chance Page. He's doing very well. He just has to work on the hand placement on that last play.
Up to line to serve for Hilo was number 11, Lono Vincent.
That is received to number 2, shut up to number 3, and is up and over to number 8.
Now saved by Hilo's number 11, up number 10, backside hit by Waianuenue.
Beautiful spike. Now it's saved from 3, set up to number... Oh, that was a beautiful spike blocked from Hilo. But that will be Hilo's point.
That was a beautiful block by Silas Cuban for Hilo. That resulted, as well as my colleague Hayden said, a point for Hilo. That was up to serve number 11, Lono Vincent.
Beautiful spike for number 12.
That was saved by number 15 on Hilo, up over number 5, Waianuenue, which is a little too far, and the ball unfortunately went out of bounds on the backside of the Honokaa court.
That will result a point for Honokaa High School. Now up to serve is number 8, Gene Anasage. Now this guy has been very consistent through this entire game with his sets, serves, volleys, and spikes.
He put that over the net. Hilo thought that ball was out, and that ball just dove straight onto the line, resulting in a point for
Honokaa High School.
Beautiful. This is a beautiful. This is a tight period, guys. Hilo's only up by 2.
Once again, a beautiful serve from number 8.
Over and saved by number 5, tipped over the net.
Save for number 2, set up for number 13. And a beautiful tip to number 8.
Up by number 10, outside back to number 5. Number 5 gets it over the net.
Wow, that was a beautiful block for number 3 and 12. And is also getting set up for number 3 and tipped from number 2. Now, he didn't have enough jump or power on that last tip. So, as I seen, he wasn't really prepared for that last set.
Up to serve for Hilo was number 5, Waianuenue.
And that is received from number 2. Up to number 3. And right over the net from number 2. With a little bit too much power, and that will result for a point for Hilo High School.
Another serve for Hilo's number 5. Bumped over the net, set up, Cashin hits it down. Beautiful hit. Honokaa got caught off guard on that play, resulting in a Hilo point. Now a serve again for Hilo's number 5.
And that is set up from number 3 and slapped over from number 7.
Beautiful setup to outside hitter, Cashin Waianuenue.
Beautiful block.
They put that over, Hilo put that over, they got in between the blockers and the net of Honokaa. Honokaa tried to save it, but unfortunately result in a lifted ball, resulting in a Hilo point. Beautiful save from Honokaa's number.
Wow, that was a beautiful hit and save from number 7. Another beautiful spark from Cashin Waianuenue, but that was blocked also from number 3 and 12. But they also touched the net, and that will result in a point for Honokaa High School.
That block on that front side was beautiful. Cashin put all his might into that shot.
Yes, he did. Now up to serve is number 12, Chance Page.
Oh, nicely placed in between Hilo's defense and now. Spiked down by Cashin, back on the Honokaa's court.
And that is set up for number 3, and a beautiful tip from number 8 to the center of Hilo High territory.
Beautiful save by number 15, went to number 10, and over that by number 5.
So that was a beautiful attempt from number 8 to save that ball. As you can see, he squatted down and fisted the ball, and it had enough momentum to get over, but, you know, it was touched by number 3 and didn't make it over the net.
That resulting in a Hilo point. Up to the line to serve for Hilo is number 2, Waianuenue. Gaisen placed that in the middle court of Honokaa. Up.
That is slapped over from number 2 of Honokaa, and that is saved from number... That is slapped over from number 8 of Honokaa's side into the territory.
Beautiful up from number 10.
And that was an amazing block from Honokaa, number 7 and 3. Now these two are a beautiful dynamic duo when they come to blocking.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, there is a complete height difference, but number 3 catches up very quickly.
Definitely. This team is so diverse on both sides. They're able to play they're able to play the different positions very well. Cashin's outside, got it over.
Over from number 7.
Up on Hilo's number 10. Back to number 5, Waianuenue, who gets it over the net. Squeaks it inbounds on the side. Honokaa tried to save that. That effort on that dive was very well from Honokaa's number 8, but unfortunately wasn't able to get there on time. Up to the line to serve for Hilo is number 10, Waianuenue.
That was slapped. Oh! That was set up for number 3. And number 3 is Brandon Rogasa trying to set up number 13. Now, as you see from that last play, the ball was a little bit too low, and that resulted in the ball slapping down towards the net, and that will result in a point for Hilo High School.
Definitely.
And the points right now, the score is Hilo High 17, Honokaa 10.
Right now there is a timeout from Honokaa, so we have 40 seconds. These two teams, they're very well put together. Their coaches are very well. They're coaching them very well. This season should be very good. As both teams are setting up, Hilo looks energetic, jumping around in their huddle, listening to their coach. And Honokaa looks super focused on their coach right now. They're focused. They're getting drinks of water, and now Hilo's making their way back on the court. First buzzer sounds, and Honokaa starts to make their way back on the court as well. We got 9 seconds left. Up to the line for Hilo to serve is number 10, Waianuenue. Beautiful place ball to the middle court.
That is received from number 8 of Honokaa High School and set up by 3 and slapped over from number 13. A little bit too much power and it went up a little bit too high and that went right out of bounds. And that will result a point for Hilo High School.
Definitely, it looked like a little misjudge on that hit. Like almost lost his footing on that shot.
He was also contemplating what to do, but that was a beautiful point from number 13. He did redeem himself on that last play.
Definitely, it was a beautiful tip over, tried to be saved by Hilo. That beautiful trying to dive on that backside, but just could not get to that ball in time. Oh, beautifully placed by number 7. That ball went up and it looked like he even missed it a little bit on his hands. So number 12 on Honokaa's side?
Number 12, and that is Chance Page.
He tried to set himself up well for that shot, but it looked like number 7 for Hilo Taliwana kind of missed that ball a little bit, which caused it to dive a little bit more, and got it on the inside of number 12 setup.
That is set up from number 3 to number 8, and he did not place that ball high enough for number 8's liking, so he attempted to tip it over, but it was blocked from number 7. And beautiful spike, but it was also blocked from number 6 and 7. Pardon, 8 and 7.
Beautiful hit by Hilo's number 7. That got off the hands and was just able to squeak in there for that point. Up to the line to serve for Hilo is number 8, Okele Mortensen.
That is set up for number 3 and a beautiful spike for number 7 into Hilo territory, but it was also blocked from Hilo High School.
Nice hit over for number 5. Got Honokaa's number 12 on his toes.
Yeah, I mean, Kalkai is very great at discombobulating his players, as you see on that last play. He placed it far enough to where it was close and right in between number 2 and number 12.
A nice hit over by Honokaa's number 8. Saved by Hilo number 10. Set up by Hilo number 7.
Beautiful block from number 7 and 13, and that is set up from 12. Balling it over to number 3, and a beautiful spike from number 7.
Number 2 tried to save that ball. That ball got hit up a little bit to the, as you saw the bench in the corner. They cleared out very quickly. They thought that ball was going to hit them. They thought their player was going to run them over.
Yep. Beautiful.
Over by number 5, back in Honokaa's territory. Number 7, that hit.
Number 3. A little bit of a wrong hand placement for number 8, but he will recover from that play.
That was a little miss hit, but he's been doing great all night. That's just one shot out of all of his great shots. So I think he'll be okay off of that one hit. Up to line serving for Hilo is number 15, Moku Maikui.
That is set up from number 3 to number 13.
Oh, that
is blocked.
Beautiful block by Hilo's number 5 and number 9.
That will result in a point for Hilo High.
This front of both teams, they're doing very well, blocking both sides. They're hitting the ball well, and it's just great effort from both sides. They're picking the pace up definitely in this game.
That is beautifully received from number 2 and number 3, set up to number 8, and that was a beautiful spike, but it did not have enough height to make it over the net.
That was blocked by Hilo's number 9 and 7. These teams are putting so much power into their swings that it just touches the other team's hand and it just bounces right back.
That is set up from number 7 and tipped over for number 3 into Hilo territory.
Oh, Honokaa across the line on that one, I believe. That'll be the end of the second period with Hilo scoring 25, Honokaa 12. That is 2-0 for Hilo and Honokaa. Now we go into break until their next set. We got 3 minutes and the third set will start. Hey viewers, we will be ending this stream right now, but we will be right back. Don't worry about it. We're gonna end the stream right now through this break, and we will set up a new stream and we'll be back online by the time the next period starts. That'll be in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere.